Hey everybody, I am on my way to the Wilton Shopping Center and yeah, actually I have to find my way over there. Not sure if I took the correct bus stop. Decided to go to Wilton first because then I have to go to another CEX that is all the way at the other end of Cork. But yeah, there should be only one game over here that I really want, and maybe they have a few others. Let's just go to the shopping center. I think it is a very small shopping center as well. I don't know like what to expect. Again, when you check online for this location, for this CEX location, they don't have that much. That's not even sure where the entrance is. I think the entrance is over there, like I'm not sure. Pennies. Ah. And we're back. That was the CEX store in the Wilton Shopping Center in Cork Ireland. Before I went there, as always, I made a list of games that I wanted to check out. And there was one game that, a game that I definitely wanted to add to my Xbox 360 collection. The biggest question mark for me though was if the game included a manual or not, and also the condition of the game. Sometimes the website, the CEX website, mentions if it has a manual or not, but I have a feeling that they do that more often for games that, you know, are a little bit more expensive, maybe like 50 and up. There were some PlayStation 2 titles that I wanted to check out, but not necessarily pick up. That was mostly depending if I was able to find the games that were like a little bit higher on my list. But yeah, based on the website itself, I was already thinking this is going to be a small store. There weren't that many games for me to check out. As you might have seen in the footage, I don't show a ton of games because yeah, there was quite a bit of overlap between the other CEX store that I already visited in the Douglas Shopping Center. But yeah, while I was there, yeah, I saw this PlayStation 2 title that is not necessarily like on my list, like a title that I wanted to add. It is a title that I am interested in, but maybe later. It is the JRPG Shadow Hearts Covenant. I think it was around like 45 euros. When I see some gameplay footage of it, it just seems like a very fascinating title, like unique monster designs, a little bit like horror-esque. But yeah, it is an expensive title, and I think I have the rule that I don't want to collect at the moment like any JRPGs or like bigger games, mostly because I have already like a ton of JRPGs that I still need to play on the Xbox 360 console. But yeah, it is a game that stood out to me. The condition was very nice though, so I have a feeling if I wasn't able to find any other games that this was maybe a game that I would have picked up. I sadly made a similar mistake as the one that I made in the other CEX store in the Douglas Shopping Center with the Time Crisis game. While checking back the footage, suddenly I saw a game sitting on the shelf in front of me even, that if I had noticed it, I would have definitely picked it up. I'm speaking of the Deadfall adventure game for the Xbox 360. I just think I was too focused on the other 360 title that I wanted to pick up, that I totally did not paid any attention to the other games that were there. The weird thing though is that before I went to that location, I did not see it on the list or games that were available. And yeah, I was almost tempted to go back again, but when I was checking the website, it did not appear to be in stock. So I think someone else might have picked it up. I don't know. I missed out on it, but yeah, these things happen. The thing for the Deadfall adventure game, they had it for 18 euros. Normally I see that game for 25 or even higher, so it just seemed like a very good price. And I have a feeling it's a rather uncommon or a rare game even. It's a budget title, it's a first-person adventure game. I just have a feeling it's a interesting title to check out. While I was there, I did notice a game that I do want to add to my collection, and it's a rather expensive game as well, and I was not expecting to find it over there. Now I'm gonna do my best to say the name of the game, so I'm actually gonna read it off the monitor. I'm speaking of the freshly picked Tingle's Rosy Rupiland for the Nintendo DS. It's the non-mainline Zelda game. But yeah, I'm trying to collect all the handheld Zelda games complete in box. And I feel like even though this is not a main Zelda game, it does belong or it is a part of that sub collection. Maybe not, but I have a feeling if you're gonna go all the way, this one is part of that. They had it for 90 euros, and while checking out the game though, sadly it did not include the manual, and for a game that is that expensive, I have a feeling it should include a manual, so I did not pick it up. It just seemed like a very good price because yeah, normally I do see it for around like 90 or even higher, sometimes for a little bit cheaper, but yeah, if I have to order it online with the shipping costs, then it quickly adds up, and it would have been just a very nice pickup at that store. But yeah, it did not include the manual, although everything else seemed fine. Yeah, I had to pass on that one, sadly. Let's talk about the game that I did end up picking up, and yes, it is only one game again. I don't know how I do it, but it is Alice Madness Returns for the Xbox 360. Now, as you can see, it is a promotional copy, but before I talk about that, let's talk a little bit more about Alice Madness Returns. It is a game that was for quite a while on my list, a game that I really wanted to add to my collection. I have prior experience with the Alice games on the PC. Like I played American McGee's Alice, you know, the first game, really enjoyed that when it came out. But when this one came out, my memory is that my PC wasn't really able to run this game well. It was quite heavy, so I never really had a chance to check this one out. I might have played maybe the first level or so, but quickly stopped playing it and never really thought about like returning again. But yeah, so yeah, now I have the chance to play it again. It doesn't run that well also on the Xbox 360. It hovers a little bit like around like 30 FPS. But yeah, this game is, if you ask me, visually quite stunning. You know, the worlds are quite large. The gameplay is very entertaining. It's somewhat of a platform adventure game, but with some third-person action mixed in, or you could say some character action. The story is also very like moody, also quite serious, and yeah, it is Alice. I always have enjoyed this setting. So yeah, now it's part of the collection and I'm actually able to check it out. There was also another reason why I kind of quickly wanted to add this one to the collection, is because of the online pass. Like with this game you can download or activate the original game, the game that was released on the PC. That's American McGee's Alice. Now for me the biggest question mark was if I was able to do that, because yeah, let's talk about the condition and then actually go over to that. Like the condition of this game is very good. Besides it being a promotional copy, like the case is good and the disc you know, looks brand new, but sadly it does not include the manual. Now, when I was in the store, I tried to do some research about, does this one normally come with a manual, like the promotional copy, or even the a normal retail release? Does it have a manual? Now I am not sure. From what I could gather at that moment is that it does come with a couple of inserts about like merchandise and also information about the online pass. Now, the back of the box says like the online pass and that you need it to activate the game or download it. Now, the only thing that you needed to download the game is just the disc in the Xbox 360, boot up the game, and from the menu you could download it and activate it and link it to your account. That was the only thing that you needed to do. So I know the store is closed now, but I got this game before the store was closed. I think maybe 2 days before that I tried to activate it, and yeah, I downloaded it, and now it's part of my digital collection, or whatever you want to call it. So that is why I also wanted to add it to the collection as soon as possible, so that I could try that out. It was a little bit of a gamble, but yeah, it worked out, and it's, if you want to play the original game, I can do that now by going into this game and then boot up the original game. Because while I was in the store, I did not expect to find a promotional copy of the game. I don't collect promotional copies, and it is something that I normally would not have picked up. But yeah, because of the online pass and also because of the price, quickly I said, okay, let's just pick this one up, because I was almost tempted to not even pick it up. Yes, because it's a promotional copy. I just don't like them because the cover is slightly faded, and also the side of it. Now, the biggest reason is that why I picked it up, besides the online pass, is also the price. Like, it's 28 euros. If I were to buy this game in the CEX here in the Netherlands, I would pay 55, excluding shipping, so that becomes like 58. And also, when I check online, for example, Vinted or eBay, it quickly goes up for 55 or even 60. So I would quickly end up paying 65. So 28 just seemed like a no-brainer to me. And yeah, that's why I decided to pick it up. Now, the big thing though is that I am thinking about actually selling this game at some point, so that with that money I'm able to buy the original retail release, but because I rather have that one than a promotional copy. Now, I do know that promotional copies are maybe considered like more rare, or I know that some people collect them. I just don't want to collect them. I want these games to play them, but also to display them on the shelf. I think Alice Madness Returns is one of those games that I would consider putting on the shelf. So yeah, I'm not sure about what to do. For now, I'm happy that it's part of the collection. But yeah, at some point I do want to trade this one in for a normal version, and I'm sure that I'm able to do that at some point. Not right now, maybe. I still need to think about it, but yeah, I don't want to collect promotional copies. Again, I rather have like a proper cover art. And I need to do some more research about the manual. So if you do know that, if a promotional copy, at least this one or the regular version, comes with like an actual manual, do let me know in the comments, because I don't know.
Gross and evil in a single monstrosity.
And that was my visit to the CEX store in the Wilton Shopping Center. And yeah, it is only one game that I've picked up, something that I was expecting, but yeah, Alice Madness Returns For 28 euros, I can't complain. And we have already picked up Resident Evil Dead Aim for the PlayStation 2 for 35 at the CEX store in the Douglas Shopping Center. So 2 good games, and you know, the adventure is not done yet. The next stop is the CEX store at the Blackpool Shopping Center, and after that there's also another CEX store in the center itself of Cork Ireland. I think it's called like the Grand Parade. If you want to know how that actually goes, be sure to check out the video. I have a feeling I will combine those 2 trips in one video. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.